Happy Tuesday. Make it 5 straight wins. Let's talk some more basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we are finally on a little bit of a roll in the NBA playoffs. 5 in a row, 2-0 day yesterday so far. We are recording this right as the second game's about to start, so hopefully we get a 3-0 sweep and we make it 6 in a row, but right now we'll take 5. More on the recap in just a little bit. But a quick reminder, MLB Best Bets video will be out after this one, as we had a very, very nice day in the MLB as well on Monday. But of course, any graphics you see in this video or future videos are from an app called OUTLIER. I use this every single stinking day. It is the best betting research tool on the market today. Click the link below in the description. You get a 7-day free trial when you sign up. So let's get into it. And I got a dad joke. So here we go. Where do pirates get their hooks? Secondhand stores. Again, from the wife. If you don't like it, let her know in the comments. In this video, we're going to recap yesterday, and then we're going to go over the best bets, and then the bets recap. I got 3 best bets for you so far. We're going to keep it simple. We're going to get some winners, hopefully. But hit that like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below to help this channel continue to grow. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Help us on our way to 40,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for the support every single day. I appreciate it. So let's get it rolling, and that means it's recap time. All right, there it is, a 2-0 day so far with the over 209.5 Cavs and Heat. Thank you, Cleveland, because Miami can't score, and they got absolutely obliterated yet again, but the Cavs helped get that over the total for a nice winner. Evan Mobley, under 12.5 RAs, easy winner. Blowout, ended with 6 or 7. I don't think he would have got there, but you never know. That's the beauty of a blowout. He only played like 22 minutes. So, third one, Steph Curry over 5.5 assists. Let's cross our fingers and hope we get a winner by the time this video is out. Hopefully that's pretty close to winning. But either way, 5-0 run. Let's keep this rolling. Under tracker. That's the under player props for the season. You see our playoff record as we try to dig out of an early hole, down just 2.07 units now on the season. We are up 29 units. So that's what we got for the bets recap. Now it's time for the best bets. All right, this first one takes us out to Indiana, where the Pacers host the Milwaukee Bucks in Game 5. Pacers minus 7.5. Total in this one is 222. Unfortunately, there's an injury to Dame last game. He has just not had any good luck since he left Portland, that's for sure. So it led to another easy Pacers win last game as they look to close out the series. Injuries right now, Benedict Mathurin is questionable with abdomen injury, and that's all she wrote, other than Dame being out, obviously, for a long time. So my best bet's a little same game parlay. Got a little creative here. Pacers minus 2.5, and Bobby Porter's 10+ points, minus 120 on DraftKings, half unit. I know it seems a little random, but I almost took the Pacers to just cover this big 7.5 point spread, but I'm going to take it down from 7.5 to 2.5, and Portis' line last I saw was 13.5. I just need 10 points from him. So let's talk the Pacers minus 2.5 first. For me, it's pretty simple. I think the Bucks are absolutely toast. They have no Dame. This team is just had another disappointing year. Doc Rivers continues to be an overrated coach, but they've also had some bad luck. They've ruined the roster around Giannis, and they just have zero answer defensively right now for this high-octane Pacers offense. When the Pacers win, also, they win pretty easily. In their 3 wins, 19, 8, and 26. That's what you get when you get an up and down or up-tempo offense that they can really shoot and score quickly. They score in bunches, and they can blow you out pretty quick. But this Pacers offense can beat you multiple ways. Siakam was absolutely crushing the Bucks in the first 3 games. And then Game 4 was a complete team effort. 5 guys had 15+ points for Indiana, and guess what? None of them were Pascal Siakam. That's right. So Bucks are limited, obviously, on both sides of the ball. It's going to be all on Giannis offensively. I think the Pacers win and cover, probably win by double digits, but I'm going to just need them to win by 3+ points. Now, second one, Bobby Portis, 10+ points. His line, again, it was 12.5, moved to 13.5. It's moving up and up. He's averaging 14 points per game this series. Portis has scored 10+ points in 69% of games this season. He seems to be favored and playing a lot more than over Brook Lopez in this series, a little bit more than the regular season. But he has 2 games of over 30 minutes played this season. You got to love that. Just played 30 or 25 minutes last game due to a blowout. But Portis has scored 10+ points now in 7 of the last 8 games versus Indiana, 14+ points in 6 of the last 8. So in the last 3 games versus Indiana, he's taken 19, 13, and 10 field goal attempts, a good volume for just needing 10 points. And without Lillard this season, as you can see by this outlier screenshot, he's over in 8 of 11 games, averaging 16.27 points per game. I mean, I just need 10. That's all I need. Averaging 26.6 minutes as well. Now, volume and minutes are going to be pretty high in this one, and that's why I like it. I just think this is going to be even get 10+ at a decently 2-leg parlay price is pretty nice. But I think he scores 15 plus here in this one. There's going to be more shots available with Dame out. I just need Portis for 10. So give me the Pacers minus 2.5 and Bobby Portis 10 plus points. That is my first best bet. All right, this next one takes us out to Boston where the Celtics host the Orlando Magic. Celtics minus 11. Total in this one, 199.5. So preview, not much to say here. Celtics also looking to close it out after winning 1 of 2 in Orlando. This should be the final game for Orlando this year. Injury, Drew Holiday out again for this one. Jaylen Brown is questionable, something to keep an eye on. I'm going right back to it. Give me Derek White over 24.5 PRAs, minus 120 on DraftKings for half unit. I know I did I think it was 19.5 points plus assists last game, and that's moved to 20.5. I still like that, but I saw a 24.5 line here. So if you can only get 25.5 PRAs, if there is a 20.5 PAs available, I'd probably take that. Again, I think he goes over all of it, but I just need 4 rebounds at this line to break even with the PAs line, if that all made sense. Kind of rambling, but he has 4, 6, 3, and 7 rebounds in the first 4 games. So, anyways, he has had a great series so far. If you don't know, he's over this line in 2 of 3. The only under was right at 24 PRAs on the hook, averaging 26.33 PRAs per game, averaging 14.5 potential RAs per game in the series. He's shooting lights out. He is 30 for 57 so far. You got to love that. He's also playing big minutes, 36, 38, 40, and 39 minutes in the 4 games. In games that he's played 36 plus minutes, which I think is being conservative. I think if it's somewhat competitive, he should get close to 40 minutes again. But in games with 36 or more, he's over this in 74% of games, 28 of 38 games, averaging a huge 28.5 PRAs, averaging 30 PRAs per game at home in those games where he plays 36 or more minutes. So now we have no Drew Holiday. If Jaylen Brown is questionable and turns to not playing as well, I mean, seems like a steal of a line here. So I expect another big game with high usage, high minutes for a guy who shoots the ball well at home. So give me Derek White over 24.5 PRAs as my second best bet. All right, this third one takes us out to Denver, Colorado, where the Chicken Nuggets host the LA Clippers. Clippers minus 1.5. Total in this one is 208.5. Another great game in Game 4. Unlike other series, this is actually a really fun one to watch. It was won by an Aaron Gordon tip-in dunk, if you call it a tip-in. It never hit the rim, but he caught the air ball and dunked it, but that was pretty crazy. There's some high-level basketball going on both ends. This is my favorite series to watch, that's for sure. But let's get right into the best bet. It's a side. You guys already know what team I've been on, who I think could make. It's kind of a dark horse. Obviously, this is a tough series, though, but give me the Clippers on the money line, minus 122 on DraftKings for a half unit. I still believe the Clippers will win this series. As you can tell by the spread, the Nuggets' home court advantage apparently isn't great anymore because the Clippers are the favorites. And here's why. Let's talk about it. Nuggets at home. As you can see by this outlier screenshot, they are a terrible 2-14 against the spread in the last 16 home games. That's wild to me. 2-14 ATS. It used to be a place where they crush teams, but it just hasn't been the case. In fact, overall this year, 6th worst ATS record at home this season. I mean, my bet is pretty much ATS. It's a money line, but it is a 1.5 point spread. So anyways, Clippers. They honestly, if you look at it, they could easily have already swept this series. They lost game 1 on a blunder in regulation and a big shot made by them, and they ended up losing in overtime by 2 points. Lost game 4 on a dunk at the buzzer that would have went to overtime. In that last game, they just outscored the Nuggets 34-16. Just got off to a bad start. Credit to the Nuggets, of course, obviously. But they also, in Game 3, have a 34-point win over the Nuggets. So, I mean, this could easily be in a 4-0 sweep. But you know what? That's basketball. It's one shot here, one play there, and this is where we're at. So, Clippers have not lost more than 2 games in a row, or not lost. Let me start that over. The Clippers have not lost by more than 2 points yet this series. So, worst case, we are getting a team that's going to be right there at the end. And can you also guess what the last time the Clippers lost 2 games in a row was? You have to go back to March 2nd and March 4th. This is a great team at bouncing back. It's if they even lose. They haven't even lost a lot in the last month or so, but Clippers had the 4th best ATS record after a loss in the NBA. I trust Kawhi, Zubac, Harden, Powell, these guys to bounce back in Game 5. Give me the Clippers on the money line as my third and final best bet. If I have any added plays, I know there's one game I didn't talk about yet, but if I have any added plays, it'll be in the pinned comments below on X and on Discord. So that's what we got. Before we get out of here, let's check out the recap. All right, before we get to that recap, we might as well just place that same exact bet we just did on Kalshi as well. If you guys don't know, this is incredible. It's federally regulated in all 50 states. Me and Ryan use this constantly. It's like stocks, but you can use it on all different world events. As you guys see here, you got politics, sports, culture, crypto, climate. You can pick the daily weather. It is a ton of fun. You can cash out early if you need to. It's a lot of fun. So anyways, I'm going to show you my trade of the day. It's going to be what you just saw. So we go to sports. And then we are going to pick, of course, as you go down there, it is the Game 5 winner for the Clippers and the Nuggets. You know where I'm going because I just placed it. We are going to buy the Clippers right there at 55 cents, and then we're going to place $7 on it. So let's do it. Let's buy 7 contracts at 55 cents. I'll have a couple different bets on them. Hopefully the Clippers come through for me. So we hit review and done. But if you guys want to try Kalshi out, click that link below in the description. It is awesome. Like I said, we have a ton of fun. But that's what we got for the Kalshi trade of the day. Now let's get to the recap. All right, there it is. The 3 best bets so far. Pacers minus 2.5 and Portis 10+ points for a half unit. Derek White over 24.5 PRAs for a half unit. And then the Clippers on the money line to take game 5 at minus 122 for a half unit. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I really appreciate it. Again, the MLB video will be out after this one. But hope you guys get some winners and have a great Tuesday. And we'll talk to you soon.